Good morning, class. Right, so today we will be we're still carrying on with exponents or indices. At this point, you guys had some homework, correct?
Yes, sir.
What was the homework? Six. Oh, okay. Shh. So what we're going to do now is we're going to first do the mixed examples, and then I'm going to mark the exercise. Okay, is that okay? So mixed examples on page 15. Did we answer these questions already? No. We did the first one. Alright, no problem, it's okay. What I need you guys to do now is we're going to answer number 1 and 2 quickly. I'll give you a chance to answer that. Number 1 and 2. Right? Stay that side down. Don't come behind the desk. Go there. Yes? Mr. G.
My apologies for the interruption.
What?
Mr. DeFries's flute students, can you please report to the music block immediately? Mr. DeFries's flute students, can you please report to the music block immediately? Thank you.
Yes? Oh, you grade 8. Did I give it to you? Oh, you're a new student? Okay. Oh, you went for the new student? Oh, okay. That's the one, eh? How many flute students are there? I'm only going to allow you to go once in the term. Okay? To go during a maths lesson. Since when did you know about this lesson? It's just an introduction. Okay? Go quickly and come back. So I'm going to miss you when you come.
Yeah.
Especially the one that like you. Alright, first answer. It's going to be 12 x 7 y. Who got that right? Alright. Let's look at number 2. Anything to the power 0 is? 1. So it's going to be 5 over. Where's there more b's on top or at the bottom? Top. So it will be b to the 6 or 4. If we're dividing and bases are the same, we subtract the exponent. So 5 minus 1 is 4. There's nothing at the bottom, is a 1. So that is simply 5b to the exponent. Did I have to do the middle step thing? No, I could have gone straight into the solution. However, remember, if it's in the denominator, it must remain in the denominator. Okay. Here's number 3. Page 15. Okay, by the sounds of it, you guys are finished. This must go on the next page. Okay, so page 50, number 3. Anything to the power 0 is 1. Okay. So that 0 is only on the A, so only the A becomes 1. So 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 over. You see this whole bracket here is raised to the 0. So 4A becomes 1 plus 1. That's all. So what is 4 plus 1? 5. I'm sure you guys are going to make grade 9. So you know 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 2. So you can write it as 5 with 2 or 2.5 or 2.5. It's all accepted. Alright? You all okay with that? Let's look at the mixed examples on page 15. We're now at number 4. Okay, there are 3 sums. Let's do these 3 sums together. So what is going to happen to 3x cubed raised to the power 2? What's 3 squared? 9. Or I could have written it as 3 squared. Okay? And A to the 6. Why? We've got the base raised to the higher exponent, we multiply the exponents. Remember, here's a 1 here. 1 times 2 is 2, that's why I said 3 squared. Could have written that down first as well. You all okay with that? Yes. Minus 1 over A. Okay, you guys understand? Any confusion there? No. Let's look at the next one. Do the next one quickly. Good. Okay. So what's 2 times 3? 6. When we multiply it by the same, what do you do to the exponents? We add it. So in other words, it's going to be negative 2 plus 1. What's negative 2 plus 1? Negative 1. You all agree with that? So what would that be? 6 over? And why not 1 over 6x? The negative is only on the x. So if the negative is only on the x, it's only the x that's going to go down. Can you see that? So that's 6 over x. Does it make sense? For the sum, you could have found the LCM as well, no? If you wanted. But I think the sum is in the wrong in the wrong chapter. This would have been in rational numbers, dealing with the algebraic fractions. Okay, so this doesn't belong here to this topic. Okay, but it's mathematics anyway, so we can just do it anyway. So your LCM is A4, but we didn't do this type of work yet, no? No. Okay, so for now, leave it like this. Just leave it like this for now. Okay. As I said, you could have found an LCM, but just leave it so. Don't want to confuse you now with the different topics work. Okay. You all with me still? Alright. As done with the next one. Give me a chance to do that one quickly, number 6. Okay. Okay, so anything to the power 0 is 1. That's gone. It will be 5. Where's the more b's? On top. So it's going to be b to the 5. But bring minus 2 up, it becomes plus 2. Not so? So that will simply be 5 to the exponent, 5b to the 6. Who got that right? Where did you go wrong? What did you write? Sorry? You wrote 5 AB. That's what you wrote. But we said anything to the power 0 is 1, so the A is gone. You understand? What I could have said was, if I got 5B, 5 over B minus 2, this could have been brought up first, so it's 5B, 5 times B squared. Not so? So what's B5 times B2? B7. Understand, Michael? Okay, we're still confused? Where did you go wrong, Michael? Yes? Sorry? So you took that one up and this one down. Yes. So you say it's going to be 5b squared over b5, like that. Yes. But what's the problem with that? This was not a negative, so why are you taking that down? Understand? Anybody else? Anybody else that did something else? Yes, Michael? Just a second. What do you say? No, I don't want to. Yes, Michael, what do you say? Yes. So you said 5 B5 minus
b to the power of -2.
Where you get that from? You did it like this, but not like this. 5 minus 2. Or in the exponent. But remember, you must. Well, what does the rule say? When bases are the same, what do you do to the exponents when you divide it? When you subtract. So it's going to be b. Is both bases b? Yes. So it's going to be 5 minus whatever the exponent in the base is. What is the exponent in the base? Negative 2. Can you see that? So it's going to be b 5 plus 2, which is b7. You understand? Not a O, it's a B. Okay. But you guys understand? You girls. Right. Now we look at number 7. People, that's number 7. Please start with number 7. Those of you who are done with number 7 can do number 8 as well. Yes?
Do you first do the 3 times the x or do the exponent?
You always do the exponent first. No? From the bracket, you always do the exponents first. Yeah? Sanitize.
I just washed my hands now.
You wash your hands with the sanitizer?
No, that's soap.
Okay. Do it as much. Okay. So let's look at number 7. Example 7 on page 15. How many terms are here? 3 terms. 3 terms also known as what? So let's look at simplify the first term. This is going to give us what? 3x 8 plus anything power 0 is 1. 4x 8 plus what can happen here? Multiply the exponent, so it's going to be 9x 12 over 18x. So what can happen now? Simplify the third term, yes. 9 goes in 9 once, 9 goes into 18 twice. Where's there more x's? Top. Could have added like terms at that point if you like. It will be a half. X to the 12 over x to the 4 is going to be what? It can either be next to or on top. On be at the bottom. What do you notice? Or like terms. Not so? In other words, this would give us what? That's 7.5. So what is x8? 3x8 plus 4x8 is 7x8. 7x8 plus a half x8 is 7.5 x to the exponent. Who got that sum right? Okay. Taskin, where did you go wrong? Okay, read out your line from the top. The first line. Yes. Okay, just a second. She's saying this is going to be x8 over 2. Is that the same? Yes, absolutely. So the no mistake there. Yes? 7x8 over 1. Yes, 7x8, yes. Over 1 plus x8 over, yes. LCM. So you go times by 2. So I get 14x8 plus x8, which is? So you got 15x8 over 2. That's correct. Is that right? Why? Because 7 times 2 is 14 plus 1 is 15. So that's 15 over 2x8 or 15x8 over 2 is all the same thing. Okay. Well, I could have written it as 7.5 x8 is also the same. Okay. Anybody else want to explain where they went wrong? Anybody else? Who else got it wrong? Okay, so this sum is coming in the exam. Okay. So you're all getting it right. I want you guys to do well in the exam. So if you're getting it all right, you'll get right in the exam. Right, Smina? Alright. People, number 8. You guys done with number 8? No. Okay, I'll give you not 8 minutes. Crazy. You can do 8 sums in 8 minutes. I'll give you 3 minutes for the sum. I'll pause the video so long. Okay. So, number 8. The 2 to the exponent 4? 16. You all agree with that? Or if there's a 1, we can say it's 2 to the exponent. Not so? 8 to the exponent? 8. B to the exponent? Times 8 squared is 64. A squared, B negative 4. All over. So I can multiply the denominator here. Not so there's no bracket. Yes, Michael. Why positive? What is negative 2 times positive 2? Negative 4. So it must be negative 4, Michael. But you guys see the denominator here? I can multiply that out, not so? So let's multiply. 4 times 12 is 48. A 10. B 12. Not so? Now I can simplify by 1. I always sort out my numbers first. 4 goes into 16. 4 times. 4 going to 48. 12 times. I could have gone straight with 8. 8 goes into 4 goes into 4 once, 4 goes into 12 3 times. Actually I could have gone with 16 if I like. Okay, but I didn't see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 64, which is what I'm left with here. Okay, over 3. Now if I multiply 8 by a squared, what do I get? A 10. B 12 multiplied by b to the minus 4. B to the, how do you get minus 8? Well, what's the rule when we multiply? We multiply, add the exponents. So it's going to be 12 plus negative 4. So it's 12 plus negative 4, which is 12 minus 4. It's 8. Not so? 18, B 12. You all agree with that? Now we ask ourselves, okay? Now we ask ourselves, is there anything that can go into 3 into 64 without remainder? No. That remains there. Where's there more A's? Same. So what happens? Cancel. They're gone. Where's there more B's? Bottom. So it's going to be B. So it's 64 over 3B. Yes, Michael. Yes, you, Michael. Yes. Yes, 64.
8 times 8.
What's 8 times 8? 8 squared, mos. The 16 is coming from here. You see 2 to the 4. Is 2 times 2 is 4. Times 2. 8. 8 times 2? 16. That's how I get the 16 there. Yes. I could have, listen. If I had gone and said, take all this off here. Let's take the numbers only. She wants me to multiply. Let's use easier numbers. No? Let's use 4 times 10 divided by 40. Okay. Make it 30, make it 80. Okay. So what's 4 times 10? 40. Over 80. 40 going to 40 once, 40 going to 80 twice. So, not so. Now, if you still say 4 times 10 over 80. 10 goes into 10 once, 10 going to 80. 8 times. 4 goes into 4 once, 4 going to 8. Twice. Still one of it. So when we multiply, we can simplify like this, like I'm doing here. You understand? So if I take this into account here, the numbers is fairly big. And now we'll probably mess it up. And I know you guys can't use a calculator, but just to explain to you here, if you say 16 times 64. It's going to give you 1024 divided by 48. Answer divided by 48. It's still 64 over 3. You understand? So if you had gone and you got 1024 on top over 64, then you must divide it in by 4 all the time. Or 8, whatever. Okay? Anybody else? Okay. So let's answer the homework quickly. Okay. The homework was out of exercise 2, page 16. You had to do the odd numbers only, no? Hashtag Kazi. Numbers. Line. I just need okay, exercise 2 on page 16, the odd numbers. Alright. So the first answer is A, 4, B, 6. Remember, when we're multiplying it, bases are the same? Add the exponents. The next one? 6x, 7. Nice. Next one? First the middle step. We first going to sort this one out. Not so. There's going to be 2x cubed times 2 cubed is 8, x 9. 2 times 8 is 16x. You all agree with that? Who got that right? Okay. Where you go wrong, Michael?
By 2x cube, I said 2 times 3.
Oh, so you got 6 here.
6, yes, sir.
Let's watch it, no? It's 2 cubed and not 2 times 3.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else want to indicate where they went wrong? Nobody else? Okay. Number 7. Anything to power 0 is? 1. So the first term is going to be 2 plus, and 2 plus 1 is? 3. Are you all okay with that? Right? Number 11. Oh, yes, more something. Number 9. So first we must sort out that the bracket thing, not so. So it will be 2x squared times 4x squared. What's 2 times 2? Times 4? 16. X squared times x? x cubed. X cubed times x squared? Any issues here? No confusion. Number 11. People, that's naturally over. So where does this go? Denominator. So it's going to be x cubed over 2 squared. This gives us, what is 2 squared? 4. So it's x cubed over. You all okay with that? Any confusion? No. Remember that your first exam is going to be on the same. So know these things. So we stopped at 11. Okay. 14. 16. Okay, so number 13. Okay, number 13. You must do the exponent first, not so? Right? So that's this going to give us negative 3 times negative 8, 8 to 1. What do we do now? We multiply the coefficient. What's negative times negative? Positive. 3 times 8 is 24, 8. Any confusion here? The next one. What must be done first? The bracket. So it's negative into. Negative squared will always be positive. 3 squared? 9x squared. What's negative times positive? Negative 9. Okay. Any confusion here? No? Look at number 17. So this would be anything to the power 0 is 1. That 0 is on the whole bracket becomes 1. Plus 1 over 2. And what's 1 plus half? 1.5 or 1.5 or 3 over 2. It's all acceptable. Okay. Okay, the next one. Number 19. Number 19. Be careful. So what do I do here? Besides being careful is, what do we do? We can write this as 2xy squared. Divide means to say it's over. No? What is 4 squared? 16x. I'm applying the square. No? 16x. 4y 6. Okay. Times 8x4 y5. You all okay with that? Now what? Just multiply the top out. Otherwise I could have said 8 goes into 8 once, 8 goes into 16 twice. 2 go into 2 once, 2 go into 2 once. So it's 1. Or, if you multiply the top, you would have gotten 16 over 16, which also gives you 1. Okay. So that gives us now, I'm only multiplying the variables now. The numbers are sorted. What's x times x4? x5. I'm just doing the top. Y squared times y5. y7 over x4 y6. Okay. When we multiply, when we dividing and bases are the same, what do you do with the exponents? Subtracting. That would simply be x. There's more x on top and there's more y's on top. So it's xy over 1, which is simply xy. I could have gone from that straight into this, no problem. I don't have to write this step. Yes? 64. Did you write it like this? That's your problem. That's why they say you must be careful. Because you said, okay, that is. Does this read your first line out what you have? Your next step. Yeah? Divide by 16? Oh, you wrote divide, okay? Just hang on. So it's 2xy squared divided by
16, 4, y x4, y5.
So that step is right. Okay, carry on.
And then times 16 and 8, which is 8.
You times 16 and 8. Mistake. What were you supposed to do first? You must do the dividing first. You must do what? You only got multiplication and division in a line. You do whatever comes first from the left. So division is coming first, so division must be done first. Okay. Anybody else? Sorry? Nobody else? People 21? In the power 0 is? 1. So that's simply 2 plus 1 plus p. And they all like terms, not so? No. The p is not a like term then. So it's going to be 3 plus p. Alright, you guys understand? No confusion at this point. That was number 21. Did I say you must do both sides odd numbers? No. Okay, listen, don't shout like it. I know it's break next, but don't shout like it, okay? So it was only the first column's odd numbers. Yes. Odd numbers. If I just said odd numbers, then it's all the odd numbers. But okay, it's fine. She didn't do it before somebody gets an ID. It's fine. And I won't be giving ID. So it's fine. So for those of you who did the all the odd numbers, you would have now less homework. For the learners who did not do the odd numbers on the other side, you would have to just complete all the sums. So whichever sums are left, it is for tomorrow. Okay. So I'll check your homework tomorrow as well. Okay. People, exercise 2, page 16, the odd numbers. When I'm looking at 23. Didn't I do 21? The 3 plus p is the answer to 21. Okay, listen, the next one. Oops. 23. Is there anything I can simplify inside that bracket? No. So that is simply going to be 3 squared is 9, A 6, B 8 over 16. Any confusion there? Yes. Nobody's confused about this one. Let's look at the next one. 5 goes into 15? 3 times. 525? 5. So it's 3 over. Now what? Where's there more P's? Top. It's going to be P. 5. As 14 minus 9 is 5. Okay? Where's there more R's? Bottom. 6 minus 5 is 1. So I can just leave it like that. Okay? Okay, so we have about 10 minutes left. So for the remainder of the period, you guys can start with the homework. If you did all the odd numbers and you have a problem with one or two of them, you can come sort it out with me now. Okay? Otherwise, you do your work now. Alright? Just give me a minute, let me just stop here. Is it to do with these two sums on the board? Okay, so I'm going to stop the video. Okay?